It says, you never know. You never know how far reaching something you think, say, or do will affect the lives of millions tomorrow. That was the quote in the Morning 5 Planner. Opened it up this morning. Pow. Look at the top. The quote is submitted by a member of our community right here. A member of our community by the name of Paula Ruffin. Paula Ruffin. Looks like she's a TEDx speaker. We got amazing people in this community. So Paula Ruffin says, you never know how far reaching something you think, say, or do will affect the lives of millions tomorrow. So I read that this morning as I was going through my Morning 5 routine, and I was like, man, I wonder who originally said that, right? And so I pulled it up, and that was a quote by a guy named B.J. Palmer. B.J. Palmer, he said, we never know how far reaching something we may think, say, or do today will affect the lives of millions tomorrow. So I went in a little bit further, and this guy, B.J. Palmer, he is the father of American chiropractic, right? He brought chiropractic, whatever, I don't use it, so I don't know how you actually say it. He brought chiropracticing, I don't know. You go see a chiropractor, right? There would be no chiropractors if it's not for this B.J. Palmer guy. He took this idea of being able to manipulate the body in an organic way and turned it into medicine. Medicine that my wife, fast forward 150 years later, uses because she had a major accident, major back surgery, broke 17 different vertebrae in her back. I think it was 17, maybe it's 7, one or the other. She broke her back up and down, and now uses chiropractors in order to stay aligned, in order to feel strong, in order to rid herself of pain. You never know how far-reaching something we may think, say, or do today will affect the lives of millions tomorrow. All I could think about is when this guy, B.J. Palmer, came out to the medicine world and said, hey, I can crack your back and that's medicine. I promise they thought he was a quack. I promise he got ridiculed. He got picked on. He got bullied. People laughed at him. They scoffed at him. I guarantee it. I absolutely guarantee it. And yet he persevered. He took action on the things that he believed in and ultimately made a massive impact on this planet. Good morning and welcome to Rise and Grind Live. Unlock your full potential with the power of daily motivation, education, inspiration with your host, Glenn Lundy, a husband to 1, father to 8, global motivational speaker, and the author of The Morning 5.
I'm Heather Parody, former therapist turned online entrepreneur and wannabe comedian.
Celebrity interviews, transformational information, and a massive community around the #1 morning show in the world. It's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, I woke up this morning with in my throat, feeling like I don't know what's going on, but I'm losing my voice a little bit. So I am going to push out as loud as I can, but if for any reason you can't hear me, turn the volume up, bro. Help a brother out this morning. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Tuesday. That's right. Today is Tuesday, also known as Taco Tuesday in these parts. It's one of my favorite days of the week. Tuesday is always the day that my family heads over to grandma and grandpa's house, and we have a family dinner together. My mom chases the kids all over the house while my wife and I sit on the couch and do a whole lot of nothing and eat delicious tacos. Well, that's kind of what it looks like. It's a little bit different now because we've got two girls in dance, one girl in gymnastics, and we got 2 boys in soccer. And I think they all have some sort of practice tonight. So now grandma's house has become like we eat tacos, and it's become like a hub, like a little airport, right? You got arrivals and departures, and it's all scheduled. We've got to run the shuttle and all that. So it's not as relaxing as it used to be, but the tacos are still delicious. Something tells me people in this group right here, y'all understand running all the little babies around to all the different activities in this time of year. It's a busy season, right? But today is also October 3rd, 2023. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be. First and last time it'll ever be Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible, incredible, incredible day. This week, we are in a series all about taking action. You know, if you think about it, what is the difference between the most successful that we've been able to experience in our lives and those that didn't reach their full potential? Usually, if you ask that question, people will say it'll come down to doingness, starting, pressing the go button. You see, champions always take the shot. They always swing the bat. They always throw the ball. They always run the race. No one, and I mean no one, remembers the guy who sat down on the sidelines.
You have to push yourself long past the point of boredom. Boredom kills more people in the pursuit of success than any hater will ever kill.
Did I live? Did I love? Did I matter? If you wake up every day with a super clear intention and reverence for life, realizing how short it is, you absolutely get your act together. People take an eye-opening experience and some don't do anything with it, and some people grow from it. Your life doesn't end up an accident. Your life is a series of actions that you initiate or don't initiate, and that your thoughts are going to control that roadmap. And so how are you using your mind today to either make yourself feel great or not? Everyone watching this already made a decision this morning. This morning, they made it a life-changing, huge decision this morning. And that is either I'm going to get up, enter the world with no intention, go through the motions to hopefully get by or survive, or I am going to get clear in this morning about what I want, what I'm going after, who I'm going to be, how I'm going to serve, and whether or not I'm going to be excellent and extraordinary or not. And the problem is most people never make that conscious decision. Like, what is it now for you about how you want to define yourself? What types of relationships you want and how deep you want to go? What is it that you want to develop as skill sets? Because a lot of people, the reason they hate self-audits and they hate self-evaluation because it feels bad, but they're letting it feel bad. Instead, it's like, how do I perceive this and think through instead what my real intention should be? The world completely underestimates the power of visualization, completely misutilizes the human power of contemplation.
Now, building yourself begins with intention, clarity. You have to know who you want to become. You can't just show up in the gym of the mind and do random stuff any more than you can show up in the gym of the body and do random stuff and think that you're going to end up on the stage competing for Mr. Olympia. It doesn't work like that. All of the different things that go into getting great at any sport, all of those things must be learned with calculation. They must be practiced and rehearsed over and over and over. You have to push yourself long past the point of boredom. Boredom kills more people in the pursuit of success than any hater will ever kill. Boredom is the great killer of dreams. Boredom. Because people don't have the focus, they don't have the clarity of what they're trying to achieve. They've not built into their life an intoxication for what they're trying to accomplish. And there's 1,000 voices in your mind telling you all the reasons why it's somebody else's fault and it's not your fault. But the reality is, the moment you do that, you're giving away your power because you're not looking for a way to change. You're not looking for a way to shape your skill set. Remember, between where you are and where you want to go, it is a gap of skill set. But if you really want to become extraordinary, you've got to separate your self-esteem from being wrong. You have to. Because otherwise, you're never going to see the opportunity to get better.
Who's in control? Is the overwhelm in control, or are you in control? Are all these different situations making you feel something, or are you allowing yourself to interpret something to make it that?
It does not matter who you are today. The only thing that matters is who you want to become and the price you're willing to pay to get there.
Let's dance. On that note, let's dance. Hey, for those of you that know, sorry about my voice. For those of you that know and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. And I'm serious. We got some big numbers today. A lot of people watching the show. If this is your first time, welcome. My name is Glenn Lundy, husband to one, father to 8, host of hashtag Rise and Grind with my co-host, Heather Parody, who I'll introduce you to here in a little bit. Thanks for being here. But this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button for real. 123 people live on Facebook right now. 123 shares is what we're looking for. This is also the part of the show where I want you to say good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you. Is that fair? Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up, and I'll say what's up back. I see Bella Rigby in the building this morning. What's up, West Storm? Great to see you. How you doing, Renee Hayes? Great to see you as well. Leisha Moore is in the building. West Storm, thanks for being here. Gil Beecraft, I'm glad you're here today. Janelle Griego, Melvin Rodriguez, Don Sankey, Russell Hill, Michael Barrick. What up? I love it. Pastor Jeff in the building. Janelle Griego. Liza Myers, Borges, she's getting ready to run the Chicago Marathon this weekend. Excited for that. Vicky Everett, how you doing? What up? I see Russell Hill's in the building as well. All kinds of people. If you're new, I need you to drop a comment. Be like, yo, never watched the show before. Happy to be here. What's up, Lyndon Gray? I'm glad you're here this morning as well. Thanks, Tim Duff. I appreciate that. Scott Simon's in the building. TM, Ramon, Shantae, Dora Maria, what's up? Oh, I already said hi to Pastor Jeff. Christina Howard, what's up? Tosh, Felicia, Izu, Jackie's in the building. My guy Justin Conoco from Canada is up in here as well. Fiona's in the building. Glendina's in the building. Trish is in the building. William's in the building. Mindy's in the building. I'm loving it. All you folks right here on hashtag Rise and Grind. Thanks for being here. Tag a friend, share it out. You the best. And let's get these bodies in motion, all right? Let's take action right here, right now. An object in motion stays in motion. An object at rest stays at rest, all right? We got to get rocking and rolling this morning. Listen, October, we are here. We're talking about taking action. Do me a favor. We're creating an accountability group. If there is something that you want to take action on, I need you to text the word action to 859-208-2351. That's 859-208-2351. Text the word action. It's an action accountability group. I am working on a book. I will send you excerpts from that book daily. And whatever it is that you're working on, I'm going to hold you accountable to that as well. We had a bunch of people that submitted in yesterday. I'm going to collect everybody up this week, and then we're going to roll all through October. So if there's something you know you need to take action on, accountability is the key. Text the word action to 859-208-2351. We'll do this together. Also, for those of you that own businesses, have employees, work with large organizations, the Morning 5 planners, these guys that we talk about every single day, will be coming out soon. Our bulk orders go out first and are discounted. So if you'd like to order 4 or more for your team, shoot me a DM. We can make that happen. We'll make sure that you get it first. Cool. On that note, let's keep diving in. We're talking about Action Jackson. But first, my friend Heather Parody, she's addicted to this TikTok thing. I don't know what her problem is, but she's addicted to this TikTok thing. And every Tuesday, she's like, man, I got to bring some TikTok Tuesdays to hashtag Rise and Grind.
If you're new around here, there's a very important thing we call TikTok Tuesday. Put your laughing britches on, y'all. It's about to get real.
Oh my God, I almost died. I almost died. That was so scary. Thank you. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
So us teachers would never ask you students to do anything we wouldn't do ourselves.
Holy crap! What is happening? I didn't know you were. She's. Oh my God! Did we just record that?
Did you?
That's Jason Bourne.
Nice butt.
Intentional grounding. Offense number 7. It's a 10-yard penalty. I'm talking to America here, excuse me. A 10-yard penalty and a loss of down. Second down.
That is the best line I've ever heard out of an official.
Lego set Death Star, but can he chug a sparkling water and not burp? Oh my gosh. What do I do?
If you ever need to worry about humanity, it's on TikTok. Lord Jesus, y'all be blessed. Oh, you pulled out a book, Action Jackson. Is that about action?
Well, this is my buddy's book. Judge Graham wrote a book called Scale with Speed. And this dude right here has exited multiple nine-figure companies. He's the hat. Exited multiple nine-figure companies. And he will tell you, like, this is the formula. Like, take action right now.
Okay, here's my yes. And also.
Here comes the yes and.
Listen,
not
y'all,
yes, but.
why am I here?
Not yes,
why
but.
Am I here?
Yes.
Why am I here?
Yes and.
Yes, and when is a time that we don't need to take action? Is there ever a pause, a space where we need to retreat from action and just stay there for a minute? I know that makes you uncomfortable. I know it does. He's over there going.
Like, I'm already like, I feel rigor mortis setting in.
I don't know what that word means.
Just sitting here.
Good.
No, I'm learning that a little bit more, Heather. I'm trying to understand the power of sitting still, letting things marinate. That's why I'm doing like marathon training, right? Because I've got this sprinter's mindset, like take action now, go, go, go. But I'm finding if you really want to build something that lasts, there's seasons where there's daily actions that you take, but like letting things sit and simmer.
is the key. What do you think?
Well, I mean, if you think about the way that God designed our bodies with like cycles, even like through sleep, a 24-hour, like we need a certain amount of sleep. Now, do we sleep too much sometimes? Absolutely. But if you don't sleep, you start acting crazy. Some people could sleep a little less than other people.
God was an action taker. Homeboy took action, bro. He was like, day one.
And he also designed the earth for the leaves to fall and for us to be barren and for us to, the ground to like replenish and there be seasonal stuff. So like the whole cycle of life is beautiful.
So let me ask you this. They say he rested on the seventh day, right?
God rested.
But let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Is resting an action?
Oh, here we go. You just gotta loop. You got it.
I'm just asking. Is that an action or is it not?
No, it's a
not?
retreat. It's an intentional stepping back and allowing space for something else to move in.
The next action I'm going to take is going to bed.
Going to bed.
Would that be an action?
Yeah. Is sleep an action? Is rest an action? What do you think? Comment down below.
That's a great question.
It is.
Now, you did say a lot of people sleep too much, but I'm not one.
You don't sleep enough. This whole cycle thing, I'm like, how long is your cycles?
Let's talk about that real quick.
I'm sweating.
Some people say you sleep too much. Other people say, oh, you don't sleep enough. Like
you personally?
You should eat this. You shouldn't eat that.
Yeah.
You should do this. You should should. I was watching Alex Hormozy. He was like, dude, I'm trying to eradicate the word should from the planet. Like, you should do this. You should do
my
that.
Kids
you should do
clean
that.
their room.
You know what? It's
Lucy.
like do everybody's different,
Everybody is different, but I agree with you. Like, you can get less sleep and you are like full functioning and great. And there are some people who need a little bit more sleep. I think we just need to honor, but that comes where their awareness thing, because are you using it as an excuse? Like, oh, it's just me. I just sleep 18 hours a day. You know what I mean? Like, are you using an excuse or is it really your design?
Look, folks,
We don't
take
know.
action, figure it out.
Take a snooze.
Let us know.
Get some rest.
Listen, I know with a theme like Action Jackson, it's a very, like, it's a masculine theme, right? I know how masculine this theme is. Like, it is not lost on me whatsoever that there are many of you that are wired differently than me, including my friend Heather Parody. For some, taking action without first discerning is a ludicrous idea, right? Like, to leap before you look. Who's ever been taught that by your parents, right? You need to leap before you look, right? Like, I understand that sounds ludicrous to some, right? To act before you evaluate. The type of person that says, to be on time is to be early. Or to be on time is late, right? Like, on time is early. Drop that in the comments if you're a on time is 15 minutes early. And if you're on time, you're late type of person. Drop that in the comments. I want to see which one of my friends are the on time is late type of person. I see it already. Look, here it comes, right? There are those of you watching this show, tuning in, listening to the podcast, Facebook, YouTube, Clubhouse. There are those of you that must question everything. That must ponder every angle. And then you look and you see, excuse my French for the children in the room, you look and you see, well, here, I'll put it this way. A $, holes like me that just take action, right? And you question yourself. You question your abilities and you question your potential. I know this to be true. There are multiple people in my life. They look at me and they say, I don't know how you can do that. I don't know how you can just have a thought, take an action, write a thing, do a live. Like, I need to think, I need to ponder. And usually when they share that with me, they see it as like a deficit. And so I want to tell you something about that. For those of you that feel that way, that have to ask the hows and the whys and the whos and the whens and the wheres and the whats before you can make a move. I want to tell you that action, by definition, if you define the word action, it says the fact or process of doing something, typically to achieve an aim. It is a thing done. It is an act. It is the act of moving forward with an idea, with a thought. It is progression towards the desired outcome. To think is an action. To ponder, to discern, to evaluate, to consider. These are all actions that have ultimately been primarily the actions that the world has been reshaped by time and time again. If you think about it, the biggest shifts and changes in humanity have all come through the questions of how, of who, of when, of why. They asked and then they acted.
All right, my friend said that you're just met her, and I asked you about content. You said you love content, you love being on video, and I know y'all, that's a very scary thing for most people, getting on camera, using their voice online. Do you have any tips for people who want to use their voice, be on camera more, but they're terrified?
I think it's just a lot of practice. We just gotta get to it. I am still very nervous every time I get on the phone, but I don't let that stop me. Like, it's just the more you do it, the more you
don't seem nervous to me.
Thank you. The more you do it, the more you just start doing it naturally without thinking about it. Next thing you know, you're all over. Exposure, it's important. So it's I think Glenn Lundy said it once. It's not who it's not, I don't remember what it's.
It was good. It was really good.
It's something about that. It's best known beats best. So
Best known beats best. So what does that mean?
So if you are not out there showing who you are, what you do, and your product, and if no one knows, there's no value in it. You need to get out there and let people know that you're here in Cumming, Georgia, that you sell the best product in the world, and that we have bigger benefits that gives you lifetime oil changes, lifetime car loaner assistance, lifetime roadside assistance, and it's here, and it's in Cumming, Georgia. So, get your lives together, people.
I understand there's fear. I understand we all look at these things a little bit different. And so in a world where it's difficult sometimes, a world filled with shoulds, I like to go to the source. And here's what the source says. Number one best-selling book of all time. It says, "Arise, for this matter belongeth unto thee. And belongeth unto thee. We also will be with thee. Be of good courage." And these last three words right here, listen, "and do it." That's Ezra 10:4, right? There's also a Bible verse that says, "Dear children, let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth." Another verse, James 2:14, it says, "What good is it, my brothers and sisters, if someone claims to have faith but has no deeds? Can such faith save them? Suppose a brother or a sister is without clothes and daily food. If one of you says to them, 'Go in peace, keep warm and well fed,' but does nothing about their physical needs, what good is it? In the same way, faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead." And the last one and maybe my favorite, is Daniel 11:32. It says, the people who know their God shall stand firm and take action. And so what I love is the contrast in this, the seeming contrast in this. To stand firm, stand firm. It paints an image in my mind of a brick wall, not in motion, to stand firm and take action. Because see, what many of us miss is standing in itself is an action. So listen, friends, you, me, us, we are children of God, the God of the universe, the God that makes everything. And that God does not make mistakes. The way that you approach the world, the way that you choose to discern, whether you choose to look before you leap or leap before you look, it ultimately all has value in the grand scheme of things. So it's not a matter of taking actions in a way that someone else or those that you've looked at may seem to do, but ultimately taking the actions within inside you that move you closer towards the target. We spoke about it earlier when we defined the word action. When we defined the word action, we said it, and I'm going to find it here to make sure that we say it the exact same way. It is, oh my gosh, and I want to say it the right way. Where's it at? I can't find it. I'm going to pull it right here. Boom. The fact or process of doing something typically to achieve an aim. To achieve an aim. Is it a thing done? It is an act. So act in a way that only you can act. Bring your unique gifts, skills, and talents to the table. That, my friend, is the actions we require. That is the action that this series is hoping to invoke in you. Your individual acts. Becoming the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Is that fair? All right, listen, I love you. Thank you so much for choosing to be here with me this morning. It means the world to me. There are a trillion places you could be. You chose to be here with me. I'm going to hang out. I'm going to head over to Clubhouse. We're going to hang out, talk about these things a little bit more over on that side. You're welcome to join me if you're watching live. If you're watching on replay, we hang out in the Clubhouse room until about noon Eastern time, Monday through Saturday. So if you're within that time frame, jump on Clubhouse, go to the Breakfast with Champions room. Last but not least, if it's outside any of those times, come join me tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We're going to do this all over again. Is that fair? Fair. Have an incredible day. Peace. I'll see you.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. Hashtag rise and grind, hashtag rise and grind. First thing on my mind, early in the morning time. Daily motivation, feeling so divine. Waking up the nation, hashtag rise and grind. Hashtag rise and grind, grind, 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 grind. Hashtag rise and grind. First thing on my mind, early in the morning time. Daily motivation, feeling so divine. Waking up the nation, hashtag rise and grind. Hashtag rise and grind. Don't stop, stop, get it, get it. Hashtag rise and don't stop, stop, get it, get it. Waking up the nation, hashtag rise and grind. Waking up the nation, hashtag rise and grind. Good morning. On my feet before the sunrise. Stepped into my greatness, feeling powerful and energized. Thankful to be alive. Hashtag blessed. Write my mission, vision, values, and my gratitude list. I'm building up momentum. I'm making good decisions. I rise, I grind, I get it. Ain't no doubt that I'm committed. Cause who really loses if I don't win? Can't cheat the grind, only get what you put in. So I'm mastering my fundamentals. I'm focused on my physical. I'm developing spiritually and manifesting miracles. I'm gonna get it started, have a